morning. Thank you so much for making time and speaking with us. That exactly is the question on everyone's mind. What do you think they will discuss in this unscheduled meeting?
Very good morning. No, I think the gentleman who was talking till now has been absolutely spot on. Uh, well, because of this May experience off-cycle meeting, I think there has been speculation. And also, it's immediately after the FOMC meeting, which ends on 2nd November, so day after. So that's I think, two key reasons that a section of the market has been speculating that is there a rate hike around the corner, and in favor of them, these people who think there could be a rate hike believe that, well, instead of going a 50 bips hike in December, maybe Reserve Bank of India want to split it, 25 bips each, or 35 and 15, something like that. But I think it's pretty unambiguous because it's Regulation 7, under Regulation 7 of the Monetary Policy Committee regulations. Under that, this meeting is being held. So clearly, this is to discuss and draft the RBI note to the government, to Parliament, which under this new regime, Reserve Bank of India is needed to inform the government if it has failed to contain inflation within the flexible target, that is 4% plus minus 2 percentage point for 9 months in a row. That has happened, and that's the agenda. Clearly, it's not said, but if you look at the fine print, not even fine print, it's obvious under different sections and different regulations, different sections of RBI Act and regulations of MPC. It's clear that's the case, and there is no unambiguity, because if you see that the May off-cycle meeting, we were informed only after the meeting had happened. So it was a post facto telling the market that we had a meeting. There was no formal announcement much in advance like this time. And secondly, it's a one-day meeting. Typically, MPC meeting are 2 days, technically 3 days, because on the third day, Reserve Bank of India governor announces the policy. So it's a 3-day meeting. This is a one-day meeting. This is being told to us, to the markets, much in advance. That's it. So the only thing is the timing of it. Yeah. This is because immediately after the FOMC meeting, I think RBI had to do it before the next inflation number comes up, so it had to be within the first week probably of November. Yes, first week of November. And so and at that, it's a coincidence that FOMC meeting is on. Yeah. So it's doing it after FOMC meeting, get a better grip of what's the future also, how many months it will continue to have. Because you have seen that Bank of Canada this week had a hike which is less than what was expected. So did Australia a few weeks back. So there is, I think, the front-loading part is getting over probably, and that is expectation from U.S. Federal Reserve also.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But Tamal, you think there's a possibility in their quest to explain the reasons of their failure to contain inflation at 6%, perhaps that the RBI moves the inflation target higher?
No, I would like to believe this meeting does not have a mandate to do this, because if at all inflation needs to be moved higher, it needs to be done only in December. You are talking about the structural change for that's the target of 4% plus minus 2%. You are talking about that target higher, or you are talking about the RBI projection and estimate higher? That target higher, if you are asking about that, that's a different issue altogether, because that mandate is already there. It's been renewed with that, so I don't think that question arises. And the second part is, if Reserve Bank of India wants to do the projection higher, that's also, this is not the forum to do. This can happen in December, but which is unlikely to happen. I think it's on course. Reserve Bank of India is pretty conservative in its approach. So I would like to believe that the inflation, whatever is projected in the last policy, should be, I mean, it would come that way. It will adhere to the reality.
Okay, lot of conjecture out there. We'll speak again. Tamal Bandyopadhyay, thank you so much for taking the time out this morning and speaking.